Game 1 NBA Finals, and that's the trophy I'm talking about. Mr. Larry O'Brien, it's in a Louis Vuitton case, and LeBron James is ready to go. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now, yeah, the Lakers had fallen way behind early in this game, but now they're coming back in a big way. That's Anthony Davis right down the lane. He goes. Now watch more from the Lakers inside, dominating on the glass. Turnovers from the Heat. Can't do that against LA. They'll work it around. The Lakers wind up ending the first quarter on a 19-3 run. Take a three-point lead. Second quarter, Lakers lead is 1. You tell me how LeBron sees Kuzma in the corner on this play. The pass is extraordinary. Take another look. Lakers hit 11 threes in the first half. Again, the no look. Lakers lead is 4, and they're just getting started. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the half. This is a terrible moment. Watch Goran Dragic. He's 35 years old. He's one of the best players on the Heat. But take a close look at the foot. Woj reporting he suffered a plantar tear. They've not yet ruled him out for the rest of the series. Will be a close look for any news coming out of that. He did not return to this game. Then it gets worse. Less than 30 seconds left in the half. Watch Jimmy Butler go down. Forget about the rest of this play, which will end with an Anthony Davis easy bucket. But the really important thing here is Butler. Watch the ankle. This looks really bad. Take a close look here. That's not a good moment. So the Heat are way down at halftime, and then it just continues to get worse and worse for Miami. Third quarter, the Lakers are up by 20. Danny Green, no. Anthony Davis, yes. And 1, and he knows it. Lakers up 76-54. He's fired up. The Laker lead is 24. Big man to big man here. Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis. AD finished with 34 points and 9 boards. They don't have an answer for Anthony Davis. Later, Heat down 29. And here we're going to add more injury to insult. Down goes Adebayo. Bam, in pain. He would leave the game and not return. Been diagnosed as a shoulder strain. X-rays were negative, which is a positive, but again, this was sort of the finishing touch on what was a terrible night in every way for the Miami Heat. Fourth quarter, Lakers are up 20. Rondo, LeBron, we have liftoff. LeBron, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. Lakers on cruise control. They take game 1, 116-98. AD, let's talk.
So I just try to go out there and be comfortable with knowing that that's the moment I waited for in my entire career, and now I'm here, so maximize this opportunity because it doesn't come around too often.
I expected out of him. Didn't need to give him no advice. We've been preparing for this moment all season. He's been preparing for this moment all season, and I'm happy to be on the same floor with him in the same uniform. We got so much more work to do. The job is not done, and we're not satisfied with winning one game.
Well, actually, last night was the Lakers' 90th game in the finals since the three-point line was instituted 40 years ago, and their 15 threes were the most they've made in a finals game. LeBron and AD helped the cause. They were a combined 4 of 8 from deep, and Timmy Leggs will break down the three-point shooting for you in just a moment as he joins me here, and so does Vince Carter. Vince, let's talk about that guy, Anthony Davis. We talked going into the series about how it's very difficult for almost any team to have answers. If he plays like that, what in the world is anybody supposed to do? How good was Davis last night?
It's nothing you can do. And the one thing was of question for me is who is going to guard Anthony Davis? And the Lakers made it tough for them when they implemented Dwight Howard in the lineup because now you have to move Bam Adebayo up to the center position, which now puts a hybrid player, what I call him, like a Jay Crowder, like a Solomon Hill or Iguodala on Anthony Davis, someone he can shoot over. Yeah, some of them, like a Jay Crowder, might have the strength that can compare, but you can't guard 6'11" athleticism. I mean, when he gets to his spot, he's tough to guard. And when he's hitting the three-point shot, when he's getting in the paint, he starts dictating different plays and different opportunities for everyone else. And that's what he did early and often last night.
Let's talk about the mentality of him coming up this big. I mean, he's the one who wanted this, right? He forced his way out of New Orleans. He wanted the spotlight. He wanted the pressure. And through this postseason and certainly last night, he came up huge. What does that tell you, Vince Carter, about him?
Well, it tells me, one, that he was prepared, but two, it helps to have somebody like a LeBron James to prepare you and put you in not playoff mode, put you in finals mode and what is expected of you. And from there, he just follows suit. I mean, he has the luxury of preparing at the beginning of the season, throughout the season, and of course in the bubble. And he is responding. And the thing I think is helping him get to this position is LeBron is allowing him to be the star of the team, the go-to guy, and playing through him. Now it's 1A and 1B. LeBron gets to be 1B, I guess. You can't say number 2, and you can't say a Robin. But now you don't have to play through LeBron, and you don't get a tired LeBron late in fourth quarters anymore because he has another superstar that you're playing through.
A really important point. All right, Legs, I showed you a moment ago, the Lakers made a finals record for their franchise, 15 threes last night. How did they do that?
Yeah, and look, this is what you're going to have to live with in this series. Unfortunately for Erik Spoelstra, the Lakers' balance, their spacing, their reads were fantastic in that first half. Everything Miami did defensively was right, and the Lakers made a pay. Here's an example. You throw it into the post, you got to get the double team on AD. This cut by Rondo is perfectly timed to take that top defender out of the equation. Now you get 3 Lakers versus 2 Heat on the weak side. Another great read here by Kuzma. Attack the closeout defender, and now you get the corner defender to pinch. And now KCP, who's streaky, he takes one completely on balance, shoulder square. He's a much better shooter when that happens. Now, transition, another thing you have to do against the Lakers. Heat can't do it any better than this. Get back, wall up LeBron with 4 guys. On this kick out over to Rondo, Solomon Hill does what he's supposed to, close out and then give space. You want Rajon Rondo to take that shot if you're the Miami Heat. Unfortunately, that's not the result they were expecting. Rondo hits one. Caruso made a corner 3 in the first half. He's not a great three-point shooter. But, Greeny, the way the Lakers played, the way they moved it, the reads they made, everybody was taking shots that were on balance. And therefore, shooting percentages go up. Even average to below average shooters then become better than that. And that's what the Lakers did in that first half, and they got that separation.
Again, 15 threes last night, the most they've ever made. So, Vince Carter, let's finish it with this thought. The Heat are going to wake up this morning, and shows like this one, people like all the analysts are going to say this is over. The Heat are overmatched. Jay Williams is in here talking about they should have reseeded and all the rest of that. Tell me about the anger that they're going to have and the competitiveness and the spirit they will come out with in Game 2 and what they can do to get themselves back in this series.
I tell you what, I'm not worried about their competitiveness. They've shown that they fight, they're gritty, and they're going to play to the end. They knew they were coming in, not the favorite and the underdog. But I tell you, the questions for them right now, and they'll still play through this when I say this, but you wonder, what do you get from Dragic? And you wonder, do you get Bam? You need a 85, 90% Bam Adebayo to fight and battle with the bigs that the Lakers have. But I tell you, if you would, one shining moment would be, and bright star would be Kendrick Nunn. 19 minutes, 18 points, and 5 rebounds. I mean, he was a starter before, so you can implement him and hopefully get some offense from him.
Yep, they're going to have to come out tomorrow night and play well. And again, we're waiting to hear news on Bam and or Dragic this morning. As soon as we get it, we'll let you know. Guys, thank you both very much. And we have more on the finals coming up. Jalen will join me coming up 20